these bills to you for consideration, and the council meeting will remain open to hear the three trailed items in conjunction with the redevelopment agency items. The redevelopment agency meeting of April 18, 2007 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. Council number 76, R27-2007, discussion possible action regarding a resolution consenting to the undertakings of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency in connection with the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and Expert Inc. doing business as El Cortez Hotel and Casino, located at 112 and 116 North Las Vegas Boulevard, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 3, RA4, 2007, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and Expert Inc., DBA El Cortez Hotel and Casino, located at 112 and 116 North Las Vegas Boulevard, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. And agency number 4, discussion and possible action regarding a Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement with Expert Inc. doing business as El Cortez Hotel and Casino, providing funds to assist with improvements to 112 and 116 North Las Vegas Boulevard, not to exceed $75,000 Redevelopment Agency Special Revenue Fund. All of these items are in Ward 5. Mr. Adams.
Okay, Scott Adams again with the Office of Business Development. In the interest of time, I'm going to try to handle 6 of these items in one fell swoop.
Okay.
Council items 76 and 77, and redevelopment agency items 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Well, let me do this. I better, for purposes of the record, I better read in council item number 77, R28-2007, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution consenting to the undertakings of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency in connection with the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and Expert Inc., doing business as El Cortez Hotel and Casino, 600 Fremont Street, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 5, RA5, 2007, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and Expert Inc. doing business as El Cortez Hotel and Casino at 600 Fremont Street, to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. And agency number 6, discussion and possible action regarding a Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement with Expert Inc. doing business as El Cortez Hotel and Casino, providing funds to assist with improvements to a commercial building located at 600 Fremont Street. And all of these items are in Ward 5. And Mr. Adams, it would be great if you could lump them all together for your presentation.
Yeah, that was the intent here. Given that they're both with the El Cortez, you have in the past approved numerous visual improvement program grants, and each of these take 3 actions, 1 by the City Council and 2 by the RDA to accomplish those. So on each of these, there's a council resolution that consents to the actions taken by the RDA and finds those consistent with the redevelopment plan. The second item, the RDA item on each of these, does virtually the same thing on the part of the RDA, but also finds there's no other reasonable means of funding available. And the third item on each of these is the actual participation agreement with the El Cortez for the actual funding of the improvements and the controls and how we administer the project. On the overhead screen, I'm showing you the 2 projects. On the left-hand side, we have the first of the 2 grants is for signage improvements that will go on Las Vegas Boulevard, directing guests and visitors back to the El Cortez. But they're all, since both of these are in the entertainment district, each of these grants are for $75,000, and that they use illuminated signage as part of the entertainment district design guidelines. On the right-hand side shows improvements proposed to the airport cashier, where we would be contributing $75,000 to those improvements, where they're going to take the existing port cashier and make some really phenomenal improvements to that port cashier. I think I've told you in briefings that the El Cortez is one of those casinos downtown that's reinvested millions back into their property. They've done a phenomenal job in their improvements, and they've been a great partner with this city in our entertainment district. And for that reason, we recommend moving forward with all 6 of these items to provide needed funding to really help enhance that entire visually working with the El Cortez. There is a representative from the El Cortez here.
Thank you. Any questions of Mr. Adams? All right, would you please identify yourself?
Joe Woody, Chief Financial Officer of the El Cortez.
Mr. Woody, be happy to hear from you.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you to you, Mayor Goodman, and the council for all the support downtown on the El Cortez that we get over time, and we're committed to downtown, and we put a lot of money into the property, like Mr. Adams said. The sign improvement's going to be gorgeous down there on Las Vegas Boulevard. Porte-Cochere has come along nicely, the construction there, so we're excited to get that going, and the beautification project will be done in July, it looks like.
That's terrific. It's a very, it's a great improvement. Very exciting to see what's happening on East Fremont Street. Really exciting. We're well on our way to completing that, which is terrific. All right, thank you. Any other comments or questions? Okay, Councilwoman Williams, do you have a motion as to council?
Yes, and a statement. I have been a customer of the El Cortez for, I won't give my age, but 40 years. And I am happy to see the improvements that are going to be done there, and I think it's just going to continue to be a credit to the city. It's about time this happens.
And Councilwoman, before you go further, you could have cost them their license going in there underage.
You are so nice. I love you. But with that, I would like to make a recommendation that we approve all 4 items.
All right, very good. That's a motion to approve 76, Council 76, Agency number 3, Agency number 4, Council number 77, Agency number 5, and Agency number 6. We can do that in one motion. Let's vote on that, please. Post? Motion carries. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Right, thank you. Okay, we'll go on to Council number 78, R29-2007, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution consenting to the undertakings of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency in connection with the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and Fort Queens, Inc., 222 East Carson Street, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 7, RA6-2007, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution funding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and Fort Queens, Inc. at 222 East Carson Street to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency, and Agency number 8, which is discussion and possible action regarding a Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement with Fort Queens, Inc., providing funds to assist with improvements to a city-owned parking garage and leased by the Fort Queens located at 222 East Carson Street. And this is in Ward 3. Mr. Adams.
Okay, these are very similar items. There's 3 items. Again, the same council resolution, the same 2 items, type of items on the RDA agenda, which provide the resolutions as well as the approval of the agreement. This respects improvements along the Fort Queens garage. Actually, the city owns that garage, and Fort Queens long-term leases that from the city. They still have approximately 35 years left on their lease. Fort Queens is another property that's in the process of making continual improvements and upgrades to their property. And this shows the before on the upper slide and the after in the lower picture of some landscape improvements, substantial sidewalk and landscape improvements will be made to the face of the parking garage. Again, another substantial improvement. This is a grant for $50,000. I think I should remind you that they are required to dollar-for-dollar match on their own side of the ledger. In this case, I think they're planning to put in $188,000 of improvements on their own, so we're matched well beyond the requirements under the programs. And staff recommends approval of this grant as well.
Thank you very much. Any questions of Mr. Adams? Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Betty Medina. My address is 8920 Borla Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm the Fort Queens representative and project director on this project.
Very good. Would you like to add anything?
Yes, I would. I would really like to thank the council and you, Mayor, for the redevelopment that's going downtown. It's always been a real warm spot in my heart because I always thought it was a diamond in the rough, and you're making it come back to sparkle.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and the council does too. We appreciate that. Any questions? All right. This is Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to follow staff recommendation for approval of all items.
Thank you. Let's vote. Post. Motion carries. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Items 9 and 10. 9 is discussion and possible action to augment the funding for the rehabilitation of the historic Fifth Street School located at 400 Las Vegas Boulevard South from Redevelopment Agency. This is in Ward 3. And 10 is discussion and possible action to award a construction contract in the amount of $9,498,000 from the Redevelopment Agency Special Revenue Fund and the related contingency amount to Richardson Construction, Inc. for the rehabilitation of the historic Fifth Street School located at 400 Las Vegas Boulevard South in Ward 3. Mr. Adams.
Okay, Scott Adams again. Item number 9 we need to strike. The Finance Department will be coming back with their normal year-end augmentation to augment for item number 10. Funds will be available with a supplemental assessment in the RDA Special Revenue Fund to fund item number 10 through the augmentation. So they'll be doing that in their normal two-step process on the RDA agenda with a public hearing and the actual augmentation. Item number...
I would move to strike item number 9, Your Honor.
All right, let's vote on that, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Yes, Mr. Adams, on item 10.
I'm sorry, I got a little bit ahead of myself there. And then item number 10 is the award of a construction contract in the amount of $9,498,000 to Richardson Construction as a result of a bid process for the completion of the rehab of the historic Fifth Street School. I've got the shot of the school in the overhead. As you know, we've been working through a master plan for the completion of the renovations of the school to convert it to a cultural arts center. This award of contract will allow us to continue and complete the complete renovation of the school, including the building and all of the surrounding grounds. Staff recommends approval of this award.
Thank you very much. Any questions of Mr. Adams? All right. Councilman Reese, Mayor Pro Tem.
Nobody cares, I guess, but I just want to put on record. When I was in 4th grade, I came down from Panaca and played basketball in a basketball tournament at the old Fifth Street School.
You're right. Nobody cares.
Wait a minute, Mr.
Sorry.
Mayor.
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I care. Yeah.
Sorry,
I care also. I just want to know how many points he made.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Well, then we got beat. I make a motion to follow staff's recommendation for approval of this item, please.
Let's vote.
Probably.
Opposed, please. Motion carries. All right.
How many years ago that was?
Item 11 is citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to speak, please come up here and give us your name, and we'll put the 3-minute timer on.
Beatrice Turner, West Las Vegas. I'm glad today we came to some kind of conclusion what we're going to do about a grocery store in our community. I'm glad that it was decided that they need to meet with the community first, and so the community can put their input. And you know, Councilwoman Williams, you only been here 3 days ago Sunday, and for all these outsiders who want to come in and try to push their weight with you, they can save that. Look at this room out here today. How many people you see in here from Ward 5? Even when we had the previous creature that sat there, you didn't see too many of them here. So, you know, that little drama they want to run, they can run on with it. And as them telling us who we need to support to sit in that seat, they said I should have supported him, but I did. So I'm going to support the other one. Just make sure she be able to sit there. And the last thing that I have to say, you know, dealing with city staff is so wonderful. Because if you have to deal with anything at the county, the city staff you know, when it comes to them in the county, the city get an 8. The county,
All right. Would anybody else like to be heard?
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, City Council. My name is Ted Russell. I'm a resident of Las Vegas, the fun capital of the universe, the come-as-you-are city, and I am the happiest citizen in the universe. Surprise, surprise. As concerning these redevelopment agency meeting projects, first of all, I'm entirely jazzed. One of the most amazing things I've ever seen was how the El Cortez completely rebuilt from the inside out and didn't miss a beat in keeping their business open and their service to their customers. Also, want to mention at the 150th anniversary of the AIA, American Institute of Architects, we have this jewel in the 5th Street Grammar School. Mayor Pro Tem, I haven't decided whether I care or not. I'll have to get back to you, as management always says and doesn't. Also, the Four Queens. They're taking a little bit longer than I would like, but I know that it's going to come up beautifully. So it looks like we just keep on going on. And again, I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody else like to be heard?
Mr. Goodman, council members, one thing that
You have to tell us your
my
name.
name is Ricky Hooper. I live at 831 South 3rd Street.
Thank you.
All right. Two things that I have a problem with is right here on Fremont Street from Las Vegas Boulevard going east. It is hard for me on the sidewalk. I don't know how. I don't know how it's coming along, but I know from like I said, from Las Vegas Boulevard down to at least Maryland Parkway, it is very difficult for me to get down through there. I mean, it's all broken up and everything, and sometimes I even have to get out in the street to, make the transportation down there to catch a bus. Another thing is in some of the other areas, same things, the sidewalks. They are, like I said, I would say they're substandard. In certain areas where I live, from, say, Charleston to Carson rather, there are areas that, like I said, are broken up. There's areas where there's no sidewalk. I have to, come out into the street, take a risk of being hit by cars, and this, I don't think that it should be, I think somebody should at least come around and look and maybe see about trying to do some repairs on it. And and there's one street right there where I live that I know they're supposed to have a ramp for where you come off the sidewalk. There is one, it's, I can't think of hold on a minute. I can't think of the name of the street, but I have to either go down half a block or so to go down it to get go an alley to get across the street, or I have to go backwards and go out a driveway. So somebody needs, I don't know whose area I'm in, but can get with me. I can take them and show them areas that I'm talking about.
All right, thank you. We can't take action today, but Mr. Kowski, he's our Director of Public Works, and if you would give him the locations, he'd be happy to assist you.
Okay.
He's the gentleman sitting right there in the middle. Thank you. Anybody else like to be heard at this time? I'm going to ask you to take your hat off, sir. It's been a request. Thank you.
How you doing?
You have to give us your name, please.
Yeah, my name's Robert Johnstone. I was here 2 weeks ago. You're probably getting sick of seeing me.
I don't get sick of seeing anybody.
Well, after this, you might be.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I came here 2 weeks ago, and I made a plea to get some help for like the second time, and I asked you to get involved, and you said you'd try to do something, and actually nothing's happened because I talked to one of your special assistants. She promised to call me back, never got a call back, and I'm still homeless. This shirt here I happened to find today, but underneath is the stained shirt that I've had on for 3 days because I've been sleeping in the street still. I only got like a half-hour sleep last night. And this morning, I was accosted by, I really hate to say this, but your police department is totally out of control. Just because I had a message that they didn't like of a religious nature, I was treated like a common criminal, had my hands put on a police car, forced to be treated like a criminal just because I put a message on something that they thought was detrimental to you personally. And, well, that's my right as an evangelist to say anything I want. And quite frankly, this city, to me, in the name of Jesus, is an abomination. I really don't even want to live in this city anymore. I'd rather live in North Las Vegas. it's like a different aura, but I just don't understand. You promise things and then you don't come through. So my question to you is, what happened? Who dropped the ball this time?
Well, I'd be happy to provide you with an email that I got about you not wanting to participate in the programs and not cooperating with it. I'll make that available to you after our meeting today.
But that's not true. I did want to participate. But thank you.
I'll give you
I
that
would like to
information.
see that.
I'll be happy
Thank
to
you,
give
sir.
it to you. Matter of fact, if you go up to 10 now, you could ask my office to make a copy for it. You don't have to stick around. Would anybody else like to be heard?
Good afternoon, Mayor, Councilman. My name is Arthur Alvarez, downtown resident, and now I know why the Fifth Street is a historic building.
Oh, right. You hear that?
And that was a compliment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else like to be heard? Okay, then the redevelopment agency is adjourned. I'll see you back here at 2:30, which is 7 minutes away, to continue the afternoon session of the city council meeting.